Hello everybody, Lady Ear to you here, and welcome to part 2 of the Temple of Khamoon. In the last episode, we entered the Temple of Khamoon, and this episode we're going to be finishing off. Hurrah! Anyway, we're going to be continuing our merry way through this lovely Temple of Templeness. Pulling that switch do things. And if you hit the checkpoint before you pull the switch, keep in mind that you have to pull the switch every time if you hit the checkpoint before if you hit the checkpoint before you hit the switch. Now, as you can see up there's some grapple rings that we can do things with. So let's swing our way, because we're swing ass. That was a weird joke. Anyway, yeah, this is actually a really cool part right here where you're swinging around to get the little artifact thing right there, which is cool, I guess. And we get the thingy. Now there's some crocodiles down there. If you want to fight them, you can. You don't have to. You could just dash by them and do things. But I decided I'm going to simply because I can. And these enemies are going to be named the Green Giant and Peter Pan because they're both green. I'm a monster. Whatever. As we continue on our way, uh, slide down there and then turn on your flashlight because this area is dark. It's the dark side of the Force. And this area up here, I really do not like because there are just so many enemies down here, and it's a really small area, so it's a pretty rude area. And one of the enemies that I'm gonna name him Miario. That's what I plan on naming one of my cats when I get my own cat. I actually do have a cat right now, and I named her after my favorite rock star, Bon Jovi, and stuff and things. But yeah, when I get another cat, I'm gonna name it Miario. But yeah, I don't like this area because they just keep throwing pumas at you, and I'm really glad you don't really have to fight the pumas later on in the game. They're at this level is their only time to shine, and I am glad for that because I do not like the pumas. Anyway, there's a health pack in there if you want it, and wow, I have a lot of health packs. Um, yeah, at least it's not like in Tomb Raider Legend where you have a limit of only 3. Laura, don't fall this way! Oops, he did. Anyway, pulling that switch will bring out some more pumas. And when I was giving this is post commentary by the way. When I was naming these enemies, I was editing this the day after I watched the Smurfs movie. So that's why those two enemies are called Gargamel and Ezreal. Pumas are really rude. They just like keep biting and stuff. In in the original Tomb Raider, I always thought that the pumas were just like black wolves or whatever, because they look a lot like the wolves, except that they're obviously black. And we're jumping our way across this place and doing things and stuff. And there's a rubbing reward right here if you want it. Hooray for editing! I have no idea why I named that rubbing reward TGIF. Oh, by the way, back there were some medical medipack things, as well as there are health packs and some gun clip things. I didn't get them simply because I didn't want to. Anyway, yeah. No idea why I named a rubbing reward called Offering of the Gods. I have no idea why I named it TGIF. That was just really weird. Anyway, if you use Laura's journal right here, so say that this, I think she says that this place isn't all that, there isn't anything useful in this room. She's actually wrong right there. There is some user. And there's a cat mummy right there. And stuff, things. It's the mummy. The mummy returns. Yeah, whatever. I say weird things. I think that was a shotgun cell right there. If you want in another health pack. Now I'm going to be going over this way. I always forget to go this way whenever I play through the game. But I have no idea why, because it's so simple. And up here, this is actually as you'll see in a second, but this is the higher area of the statue room that we encountered a bit the last episode when I was saying that this is pretty much like a dinner party and how the statues look like they have dinner trays. There's another rubbing reward on this platform right here, and the game kind of tricks you because it doesn't make it obvious that the statues are actually uh, statues are starting to disappear. So it tricks you into getting that rubbing reward while the statues are disappearing, and I always die from that because I'm stupid. Anyway, there's another puzzle thingy of puzzleness right here, and I decided not to sell getting the thing because I figured it would be a whole lot. That this video would be like 12 times better to watch if I just showed how to get through the puzzle and not showing how to get the clue to solving the puzzle. The statues are alive! Anyway, that doing that I just showed you, where you're running on the wall and then wall bouncing, that is like 12,000 times easier than what you really have to do to get to wall run and then wall bounce. But I just like doing what I just showed you right there, simply because it's a lot easier. Anyway, jumping over here will get you another artifact and things and stuff. I like how the artifacts look different for the different areas. Like in Peru, the artifacts look like dinosaur teeth, and what do they look like in Greece? I don't remember. But yeah, it's like a little neat touch that they added. And we're jumping back over here. Now, if you really want to, you can wall run, and then bounce off the wall. But that's kind of difficult to do. I have no idea why it's harder to do in this area than it is in the other areas. But that's just the way they did it. And Laura will always lose her grip right there, so you're gonna have to quickly push the button to have Laura grab onto it again. But yeah, that's what this room is for. You have to dump the sand in it so you can climb onto this ledge over here. Oh no, it's a dark hallway. The Slender Man is coming. Not. And we're in the last room of the level. Like I said, the previous video, I really thought that I'd be able to do this level in one video, but that didn't happen. Nothing ever goes my way. And that is how Papa Smurf died. I'm just kidding. Anyway, this room is really interesting. When the block things, when you pull them out, I highly recommend that you jump on top of them, just in case an enemy is coming out. But yeah, this wall right here that you have to use your pickaxe against, it's only in the Wii version. Say this stuff. There are these clue things on the wall that you have to use the paper thing to get, and when you get them, you'll it'll give you a clue to a puzzle that we'll be showing in a second. I'm really glad that they made Wii exclusive things for this game, because when the game gets ported over to Wii, it isn't really all that good. But I'm glad that they made the extra effort for this game. And that's probably the only time you'll ever see me using the shotgun in this game. There's nothing all that important right here. There's just some gun clip things. I only really showed the rooms that have things in them. A lot of them are just empty. But anyway, this right here, this is one of the most irritating and frustrating things in the game. And I edited out all the failed clips of it. But it's so frustrating because you have to draw with the remote as as perfect as possible, and you have to draw the markings in a certain order. And if it's like 1 centimeter off, then it's not going to register. And it's really, really frustrating. And the ones on the far left and the far right, those are the most irritating for me. But like I said a second ago, I edited out all the failed take things, and there were a lot of them. It was like 5 minutes worth of fail. And I know you guys aren't going to want to watch 5 minutes of me drawing the same thing over and over again. Which is probably why I would, which is probably why I should never do a Let's Play of Okami. Even though that game, the drawing things for that game are a lot better programmed than this one. And this isn't the last time we're going to be seeing this puzzle either. But before we leave this horrible temple of horribleness, we have one thing left to do. Get the relic. This part is actually really cool, where you have to balance on these things. This was one of the most difficult relics for me to find, and it wasn't the most difficult, but it was really difficult for me to find. Um, the one that was harder for me to find, I'll talk about in when we get to that level and stuff. This pickaxe wall thing, this is only in the Wii version. Just assume that all the pickaxe things are only in the Wii version. Anyway, we get the relic. Yay! Clap for joy! And if you want to read that, you can pause the video. I don't feel like reading it, simply because I am lazy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video of Tomb Raider Anniversary, and until next time, later Gator to you.